All right, what's good, man? It's for my Tech fans. George Lamons, one of the top 2027 prospects, decommitted for Texas A&M. One of his reasons was he just wants to slow the process down. Basically, he told reporters we're 0-3. He just wants to evaluate the process, take his time, right? Now, you can't blame him for that. He's a young kid, 27. Evaluate the whole process. But this dude's a dog. I mean, Lamons went off this past year, y'all, for 20 touchdowns and over 1,300 yards. He had one game against Washington Wilkes. He went off for 3 tubs and 234 yards. Lord. So, yeah, man, this kid's the real deal. He's something special. And what's crazy is Tech is in the running. As I alluded to right here, y'all go check out this article on SI. They're in full contention for him. And he was LSU and Tech was one of the 2 schools he mentioned just in terms of standing out. And obviously, Alex Mathis, the executive director of recruiting for the Yellow Jackets, he obviously has been in full contact with them. He's been on campus a good number of times, and the relationship is really good. Now, one thing Tech got going for them is this guy right here, Scat Pack. That is Traeviss Stevenson. We've talked about him a lot, right? If you guys go look at my articles and my work on SI, he's continued to get bumps up, right? We talked about the bumps up, obviously, from 247 Sports and their composite. We talked about the bumps up from Rivals. He's officially a blue-chip recruit. Everybody's starting to see his talent for what it is and what he's able to do on the football field. As you guys can see up here, he says, come home. Mind you, they played together at Brooks County. Mind you, Brooks County went to the state championship this year before losing to the powerhouse team that's won 3 in a row, obviously, in Bowden, right? So they got that relationship. You know he's in his ear. And think about this, too. If Georgia Tech has the year that everybody thinks they could potentially have, obviously Stevenson going to Georgia Tech, obviously him seeing for what it is, like, bro, come on home, bro, and come join me, man, at Tech. That would be legendary, I would say the least. Because, like I said, you're going to have 2 elite blue-chip recruits. And imagine, Brooks County's a sleeping giant now. Now, they got a smaller classification. They're a smaller team and playing the Class A, obviously Division II. But Brooks County consistently makes the postseason. They are always a contender. Imagine what that's going to do for the teams down there when they see, oh, some of our best players decide to stay home and get an education and go to Georgia Tech. That's only going to help Georgia Tech in the future. And the crazy part that nobody's talking about with Tech right now, they are recruiting the 2027 class at such an elite level. They already have booked in Jordan Christie, obviously 4-star receiver from Southwest DeKalb. They're already standing out in the top 10 for Jatori Williams, obviously out of Central Phoenix City. And then you obviously add in being in contention, obviously for this kid right here, obviously in George Lamons. Look the hell out. Like that is huge, man. And Tech can build something special with this 27 class. And I'm going to tell y'all this. In the state of Georgia, 2027, this might be one of the best classes they had in quite a while. It's better than 26 in my humble opinion. Better, even though 2025 was lit and elite, I think 2027 is going to have something special at the end of the day. There's a lot of backs that's going to come through here. Obviously, the quarterback position is more elite than in years past, I think. The wide receiver position is deep. 2027 is where it's at. If you want to get your program to where you want it to be, this is obviously the things that you need to do, and this is the class you need to recruit. Yeah, man, shout out to Georgia Tech, man. Not wasting no time. Already got an elite recruiter in Scat Pack and Traeviss Stevenson as they try to land. I think 2027, y'all mark my words, y'all can quote me. I think this is going to be a special class again for Georgia Tech. Now, 26 isn't over. It is not what they had, obviously, in 2025. But I think 27 might be the class you play. Whoa, damn. Georgia Tech. It's going to be the class that I think cements them as a contender in the college football playoff for years to come. I really do. You know what I'm saying? With what they're doing early on in this class, how they're recruiting, and how they're sending out the prospects, I think 27 class is going to solidify them as a national contender for years. Personally, that's just what I think. As long as they keep they keep recruiting at this level, look the hell out. I think Tech is doing something special, and this right here tells you a lot. And obviously, Lamons already seeing Tech is standing out. Look out, y'all.